Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing great. I am Neha Rajvanshi and I welcome you all in today's class, that is English class of class 9th. So students, we have started reading with our 9th chapter from the book Moments. The name of the chapter is The Accidental Tourist. So till now we have read that the narrator, he is presenting so many incidents of his clumsiness where he is totally helpless and without any intentions, but yes, he is into so many incidents, so many accidents that took place in his life. So that much we have read, and we will read many more incidents in today's video. So now let's continue the chapter. On another occasion, I knocked a soft drink onto the lap of a sweet little lady sitting beside me. So till now the narrator, he has explained that once when he was there on one of the airport and he was trying to open his carry-on bag, okay, and the zip of that bag was completely jammed, and when the narrator, when he was pulling it harder and harder, then suddenly the zip, it gave way, okay. And one more incident we have read that the narrator, he is so much confused, he is so much puzzled always that so many times he completely forget about his room number, and whenever he is there in the movie theater, okay, and he is looking for the washrooms, restrooms, then ultimately he just ended up other side of the, or we can say wrong side of the self locked door. Similarly, this incident happened, and in this incident the narrator is saying that once the narrator, he knocked a soft drink, okay, knocked means by chance, by mistake, he split the soft drink onto the lap of a sweet lady who was sitting beside the narrator. It means the narrator, once he was traveling, he was sitting in one of the aeroplane, and beside him one sweet lady was sitting there, and by mistake the narrator, he split his soft drink over the lap of that lady. The flight attendant came and cleaned her up and brought me a replacement drink, and instantly I knocked it onto the woman again. And after that, when the narrator, by chance, when he knocked his soft drink onto the lap of that sweet lady, so obviously the flight attendant was there. So flight attendant, she came and then she cleaned her up, because obviously the dress of that lady वो completely dirty हो चुकी थी because of that soft drink. So flight attendant, she came and she cleaned that lady, she cleaned the dress of that lady, and then the flight attendant, she brought a replacement drink for the narrator, because narrator की जो drink थी वो भी पूरी तरह से बिखर चुकी थी, spoil हो चुकी थी. So now she was having another replacement drink for the narrator, but this time also the narrator instantly, means at once, immediately, the narrator, he knocked that soft drink also onto the woman again. So students, can you imagine this? One after another, 2 times the narrator, he is doing the same thing 2 times. He knocked down, he just split his soft drink over the lap of that woman. So this is something unbelievable. How can he do this 2 times? He is just spilling the glass of his soft drink over the lap of that lady. To this day, I don't know how I did it, and the narrator, वो भी इतने ही confused है. He is equally confused as we all are, that how he can do it. I just remember reaching out for the new drink and watching helplessly as my arm, like some cheap prop in one of those 1950s horror movies with a name like the Undead Limb, violently swept the drink from its perch and onto her lap. So narrator is saying that obviously it was not at all narrator's intentions, उन्होंने intentionally ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं किया था, but he was totally helpless, and he is saying that to this day, it means till date, the narrator, he himself is so much confused कि ऐसा कैसे हो गया था, एक ही mistake उनसे 2 बार कैसे हो गई थी. And next he is saying कि उन्हें सब इतना ही याद है कि when he was reaching out for the new drink, okay, so जब flight attendant वहाँ पे आती हैं and she was having a replacement drink for the narrator, so the narrator, he was just trying to reach out for that drink, and he was watching helplessly seriously, okay. Why? Because his arm like some cheap prop in one of those 1950s horror movies. So now the narrator, he is recalling some horror movies of 1950s, and in those movies some cheap props are used, and the name of such movies are like the Undead Limp, okay. And in such movies, violently swept the drink from its perch and onto her lap. It means the narrator is trying to say that he was not having any control, okay, over his arm, over his hand. He was just wanted to have that replacement drink that the flight attendant she was having, but the narrator is not having any kind of idea. Narrator is totally helpless, okay. उनका जो आर्म था, राइट, वो अपने आप ही इस तरह से वो ड्रिंक को लेता है और जो पास में लेडी बैठी हुई है उनके ऊपर वो अपने आप ही गिरा देता है, जस्ट लाइक इट ऑल हैपन इन द हॉरर मूवीज ऑफ 1950s, okay. So narrator is trying to say that all such incidents, they are totally unintentionally, and the narrator he is also very much confused and puzzled, and he is totally helpless here, and at the same time he is totally innocent in this matter because he was not doing all these things with his intention, okay. So he is saying that he was totally helpless and he was not having any idea that why his arm, why his hand was doing so. The lady looked at me with the stupefied expression you would expect to receive from someone whom you have repeatedly drenched, and uttered an oath that started with O, finished with sake, and in between had some words that I have never heard uttered in public before, certainly not by a nun. So now we all can imagine the reaction of that lady that was sitting next to the narrator. So narrator is saying that so now the lady she was looking at the narrator with the stupefied expression. So what stupefied means? It means with a very shocked expression. So that lady, she was also very much shocked that what the narrator is doing. Is he unable to hold a glass also, okay. So she was also very much shocked. So narrator is saying that you all can expect, you all can imagine that how shocked that lady was, and you can expect to receive that expression from someone whom you have repeatedly drenched, right. So narrator ने क्या किया था, twice, 2 times उन्होंने उस लेडी को ड्रेंच कर दिया था, completely wet कर दिया था with that soft drink. So obviously that lady, she is so much angry and she is so much shocked at the same time. So she was having that shocked expression, and the narrator was very much okay because उनका जो expression था, उनका जो reaction था, that is quite natural, that is quite normal. So narrator is saying that you can expect to receive such kind of expressions, such kind of reactions from someone whom you have repeatedly drenched, and after that that lady, she uttered an oath, and that oath started with O and it finished with a sake. It means वो जो lady है उन्होंने उसके बाद कुछ बोला, और जो उन्होंने बोला था that sentence started with O and the last word was sake, and in between there was some words, and the narrator is saying that he was not having any idea because the narrator, he had never heard uttered those words in public before. It means जो words बोले थे उन lady ने, all those words were full of anger, full of irritation, because now we all can imagine her attitude, her reaction, her expression कि वो कितनी ज़्यादा गुस्सा होंगी because 2 times the narrator ने अपनी drink उन पे गिरा दी थी. So now that lady, she was uttering something, and all those words, they were full of anger, full of irritation. So the narrator, he is saying here that he had never heard those words in public before, and certainly not by a nun. So we all know nun. Who is a nun? Nun is, we can say, a religious lady, okay. It means जो words उन्होंने बोले थे वो ऐसे word थे जो कोई भी religious person publicly कभी भी नहीं बोलेगा, okay. And why that lady, she is using those words? Because obviously she is so much angry, she is so much irritated. This is the reason she is using all those words that a nun, or we can say a religious person, or we can say a gentleman or a lady, can never utter in a public place. But that lady, she was uttering those words because obviously she is very much upset, she is very much angry. This, however, was not my worst experience on a plane flight. And after describing that experience, now the narrator is writing this line that this experience was not his worst experience. It means इससे भी worse कुछ हो सकता है. So can you imagine, इससे भी worse experience था narrator के पास. So he is saying here that this was not the worst experience that he was having on a plane flight. My worst experience was when I was writing important thoughts in a notebook like buy socks, clutch drinks carefully, etc. Sucking thoughtfully on the end of my pen as you do, and fell into conversation with an attractive young lady in the next seat. And after saying this, that was not the worst experience that he was having. So now he was presenting that experience that is the worst experience according to the narrator. So he is saying that the worst experience that he was having, it happened when the narrator, he was writing some important thoughts in a notebook. And next he is presenting that what important thoughts he was writing. So he was writing like buy socks, clutch drinks carefully. It means ये जो worst experience था, it happened after that experience जब उन्होंने अपनी soft drink गिरा दी थी. Okay, so now he was writing these things in his notebook like buy socks, clutch drinks carefully. So when he was writing these important thoughts, and at that time he was sucking thoughtfully on the end of my pen. So he was holding one pen because he was writing. So when he was writing, so at the same time he was sucking the end of his pen, as you all do, right? As we all do. Like in this picture you all can see, it's a very common human nature that whenever we are having a pen or pencil and we are writing something, that in between we all suck the end of the pen. Okay, so the narrator, he was doing the same, and he was very much busy into conversation with an attractive young lady who was sitting on the next seat. Okay, so narrator, he was writing something in the notebook, he was sucking the end of his pen, and one lady was there to the next seat, and the narrator, he was having some conversation, he was having some talks with that young lady who was very much attractive also. I amused her for perhaps 20 minutes with a scattering of urban bones moods, then retired to the lavatory, where I discovered that the pen had leaked and that my mouth, chin, tongue, teeth and gums were now a striking scrub resistant navy blue and would remain so for several days. Okay, so this is the worst experience for the narrator, because when he was busy in that conversation with that attractive young lady, and when he was sucking the end of his pen in his mouth, okay, and at that time he amused that young lady. Amused here means to entertain, so he was entertaining that young lady for almost 20 minutes, okay, with a scattering of urban bones modes. Bones modes means witty remarks, okay, so he was having some witty remarks and he was very much busy to entertain that young lady. And then finally the narrator, he retired to the lavatory. Lavatory means washroom. So then he went to use the washroom, and when he was in the washroom, and in the washroom there was one of the mirror. So finally when he looked into the mirror, then he discovered, then he came to know that the pen that he was sucking, that pen had leaked, okay, the ink of that pen was leaked finally, and that because of the ink, now the mouth of the narrator, chin of the narrator, tongue, teeth and the gums of the narrator, they were now having a striking scrub resistant navy blue color, okay, and they would remain so for several days. Why? Because the ink was scrub resistant, okay, and striking means attracting attention, okay, and now because he was having that blue ink all over his face, over his mouth, chin, tongue, teeth and gums, okay, and that ink was a scrub resistant. So this is the reason he was now the center of the attention, and that will be there for several days. So this was the worst experience that the narrator, he was having. So you will understand, I trust, when I tell you how much I ache to be wow. So now the narrator is trying to say, after presenting all his worst experiences, all the funny and hilarious experiences that he was having, finally the narrator is saying that now you all can understand. So he is addressing all the readers here, and he is saying that now you all can understand that when the narrator he tell us that how much he ate to be wow. Wow means to be very polite, or we can say very decent, or we can say very sophisticated. Okay, so each and every time the narrator he tried very hard, he actually did all his efforts to be very polite, to be very decent, to be very sophisticated through all his journeys, but every time he failed miserably. Okay, so you know it was not at all his intention कि वो उस young lady के dress पे drinks गिरा दे, but it happened, and now again he was having no intention कि वो जो पेन के ink है वो leak हो जाए, but again it actually happened. So each and every time the narrator he was trying so hard, he actually wanted to be a very polite, very decent, very sophisticated person, but each and every time he failed, and that too very miserably. I would love just once in my life to rise from a dinner table without looking as if I have just experienced an extremely localized seismic event. So now again the narrator is presenting some more hilarious incidents that are very much common in his life. So he is saying that the narrator he just loved that day. So it is his desire, it is his wish कि उनके लाइफ में कभी एक दिन ऐसा आए जब after the dinner when he will rise from the dinner table, so he will look as if that he has he has just experienced an extremely localized seismic event. So what seismic event means? It means earthquake. Okay, so every time when the narrator he is having his dinner, he is there on the dinner table. So every time when he rises after having his dinner, so उनकी जो situation होती है, उनकी जो condition होती है, और we can say उनकी जो clothes की condition होती है, उनको देख के ऐसा लगता है that he was having the experience of extremely localized earthquake. It means जो खाना होता है वो अपने clothes पे इतना ज़्यादा गिरा लेते हैं, उनके जो clothes है वो ज़्यादा dirty हो जाते हैं कि उनको देख के ऐसा लगता है कि वो अभी किसी earthquake को experience करके आए हैं. And now the narrator he is having a very strong desire, he is having a very great desire to have a single day in his life जब ऐसा ना हो, जब वो ऐसा experience ना करे after his dinner. Okay, get in a car and close the door without leaving 14 inches of coat outside. Again he is having one more desire, and he would love that day when he will get into his car and then he will close the door without leaving 14 inches of coat outside. So again it's a very common experience that he is having in his life, that whenever he is there in a car and he is closing the door of the car, then almost 14 inches of his coat is there outside from the car. Okay, wear light colored trousers without discovering at the end of the day that I have at various times sat on chewing gum, ice cream, cough syrup and motor oil. And again this is another desire of the narrator, and he would love that day that when he will wear a light colored trousers. Okay, and after at the end of the day he want to discover that throughout the day he was having so many experiences when he sat on different things like chewing gum, ice cream, cough syrup and motor oil. It means whenever he wears some light colored trousers, that at the end of the day his light colored trousers was having so many different stains. Okay, and वो stains किस किस के होते थे? Maybe chewing gum, ice cream, cough syrup and motor oil. So again here we can imagine that how clumsy the narrator is, how careless the narrator is, and yes, it is not his intention. He is trying very hard to look very decent, very polite, very sophisticated, but each and every time वो जितना hard try करते हैं, वो ज़्यादा efforts करते हैं, उतने ज़्यादा miserably वो वो fail होते हैं. This is the reason he is having this strong desire, and he just wanted to that day in his life जब वो ऐसा experience करें कि वो light color की trouser पहने और पूरे दिन अपनी trouser बिल्कुल भी गंदी ना करें. After having the dinner, when he will rise from the table, so you know बिल्कुल एक gentleman की तरह, एक decent sophisticated person की तरह वो खड़े हो पाए, okay, and when he is there inside the car and when he is closing the door, so all his clothes, you know, each and every part of his coat or his dress, they are inside the car, okay, so he just wanted to have that day in his life. बट इट इज़ नॉट टू बी, बट ये जो डिज़ायर है ये सिर्फ एक डिज़ायर ही अभी तक, और अभी तक वो दिन उनकी लाइफ में नहीं आया है, एंड ही जस्ट वॉन्टेड टू हैव दैट वन सिंगल डे इन हिज लाइफ, बट स्टिल दैट डे इज़ नॉट देयर इन हिज लाइफ. Now on planes, when the food is delivered, my wife says, take the lids off the food for daddy or put your hoods up children. And again narrator is saying कि उनकी जो clumsiness की आदत है ये उनकी family, उनकी जो wife है, उनकी जो children है, you know, सबको पता है, everyone is having the habit that okay narrator he is so much clumsy, and this is the reason when he is on a vacation, when he is on a trip, when he is traveling with his family, and when he is on plane and along with his entire family, along with his wife and children, and when the food is delivered, so at that time the wife of the narrator she says that you know take the lids off the food for daddy, okay. So now the wife of the narrator she gives the instruction to the kids that you know take the lids off the food for daddy. It means जो food serve होता है planes में, aircraft में जो you know deliver होता है, serve होता है food, वो you know जो packets में होता है, पैकेट्स के ऊपर एक लिड होती है, ओके. सो नाउ द नरेटर ही इज सो क्लमजी कि जब वो लिड यू नो खुद हटाते हैं, सो वो इतनी जोर से हटा देते होंगे कि जो अंदर जो जितना भी खाना है, राइट, वो बिखर जाता है, गिर जाता है. सो ईच एंड एवरी टाइम व्हेन द फूड इज देयर, व्हेन द फूड इज डिलीवर्ड, देन द वाइफ शी हैज टू इंस्ट्रक्ट द किड्स, ओके, कि आप अपने डैडी के लिए इस लिड को हटा दो. एंड शी ऑल्सो हैव दिस इंस्ट्रक्शन दैट पुट योर हुड्स अप चिल्ड्रन, ओके. सो व्हाट हुड्स मीन्स इन दिस पिक्चर we all can see this is known as a hood, okay. So if they are having some jackets and shirts with hoods, then she gave this instruction that just put on your hoods. Why? Daddy is about to cut his meat, okay. So she is saying that you know because your daddy he is about to cut his meat, so just hood just put your hoods on, okay, because वो इतने clumsily अपनी मीट को कट करेंगे, इतना clumsily वो अपना फूड खाएंगे कि आस पास यू नो हर तरफ उनका जो फूड है वो बिखर जाएगा, राइट. सो मे बी यू नो तुम्हारे ऊपर भी फूड आ जाए, सो इट्स बेटर टू जस्ट पुट योर हुड्स अप. Of course, this is only when I am flying with my family. When I am on my own, I don't eat, drink or lean over to tie my shoelaces. And now the narrator is saying that all these things happen when the narrator he is traveling with his family, right? So when he is traveling with his family, then each and every time the wife of the narrator she is having so many instructions for the children when the food is delivered. So narrator is saying that all these things happen when he is flying, when he is traveling with his family. But when the narrator he is flying all alone, when he is traveling all alone, so at that time the narrator he doesn't eat, he doesn't drink, and he doesn't lean over to tie his shoelaces. So now the narrator he has learned so many things because of his early experiences, that now whenever he is all alone in the flight, so just for a precautionary sake the narrator he doesn't drink anything, he doesn't eat anything, and never ever he leans over to tie his shoelaces. And never put a pen anywhere near my mouth. And one more important thing जिसको वो हमेशा you know ध्यान में रखते हैं, that never ever to put a pen anywhere near his mouth. I just sit very very quietly, sometimes on my hands, to keep them from flying out unexpectedly and causing liquid mischief, okay. So in one of the aircraft the narrator he was not having anything to eat and drink, and he just you know sits very very quietly, and sometimes he was having his hands to you know to keep them from flying out unexpectedly and causing liquid mischief. So earlier in the chapter we have read that according to the narrator he was not having any control over his hand when you know by chance, by mistake, the soft drink was knocked down on the lap of one of the lady. So he is saying that he has to hold his hands, you know कि उनके जो hands हैं वो अनएक्सपेक्टेडली अपने आप इधर उधर ना चले जाए और कोई लिक्विड मिसचीफ ना कर दे. सो व्हाट लिक्विड मिसचीफ is the thing that the narrator is regarding here, referring here. So now again here the narrator is referring the same incident जब वो soft drink गिर जाती है उनके हाथों से. So again he is saying that he just tries to hold his hands, he just tries to control his hands कि उनके hand जो unexpectedly इधर उधर ना चले जाए और कुछ liquid mischief ना कर दे. It's not much fun but it does at least cut down on the laundry bills. Next narrator is saying that whenever he travels like this it means that whenever he is in one of the aircraft and he is not having anything, he is not at all eating anything, he is not at all drinking anything, and he is just sitting very quietly. So obviously such kind of journey is having no fun, but still the narrator he does so. Why? Because at least he can cut down on the laundry bills. It means अगर वो खाएंगे so obviously वो अपने कपड़े गंदे कर लेंगे, अगर वो कोई ड्रिंक इंजॉय करेंगे तब भी उनके कपड़े खराब हो जाएंगे. सो इट्स बेटर कि वो कुछ खाए ही ना, वो कुछ इंजॉय ही ना करें, सो दैट ही कैन कट डाउन द लॉन्ड्री बिल्स, ताकि उनके जो कपड़े हैं वो गंदे ना हो, उनको लॉन्ड्री में ना देना पड़े और जो लॉन्ड्री के बिल्स आएंगे उससे वो बच जाए. ओके, सो दिस इज द वे दैट द नरेटर फाइनली ही इज एबल टू फिगर आउट. सो नाउ ही travels very quietly without eating anything, without drinking anything, so that at least he can cut down the laundry bills. I never did get my frequent flyer miles by the way. And now earlier in the chapter we have read about a frequent flyer program. Okay, and we all know that all such kind of program are for those travelers who fly very frequently, and the narrator he has also joined one such program. But now he is saying that never ever the narrator is able to have his frequent flyer miles. Okay, I never do. So never ever he is having those frequent flyer benefits. I couldn't find the card in time. This has become a real frustration for me. And what is the reason that the narrator is not able to have those benefits? Because every time he is not able to find the card in time. Okay, so जब वो एयरपोर्ट पे होते हैं और जब वो कार्ड उन्हें चाहिए होता है, so each and every time he is totally unable to find that card, and now this is a real frustration for the narrator. Everyone I know, everyone is forever flying off to Bali first class with their air miles. And now the narrator is saying that all the other persons who are having those cards of frequent flyer, who are having the benefits of such programs, so all those persons are flying off to Bali first class with their air miles. Okay, so because of frequent flyer program, everyone is having some points, everyone is having some air miles, and with the help of those air miles they are able to fly off to Bali, and that too in first class. And the narrator he also wants to do this, but each and every time when that card is required, so each and every time he is unable to find that card, and this is the reason he is not having those air miles. I never get to collect anything. So every time whenever that card is not there with the narrator, so he is not able to collect those air miles, he is not able to have all those benefits that are there in the frequent flyer program. I must fly 1 lakh miles a year, yet I have accumulated only about 212 air miles divided between 23 airlines. Okay, so now the narrator is saying to get that advantage to fly off to Bali in first class, the narrator he must fly almost 1 lakh miles a year. Okay, so this is the target that he has to achieve. Yet the narrator he has accumulate means to get together. So the narrator is able to accumulate, he is able to gather only about 212 air miles, and that too divided between 23 airlines. Okay, this is because either I forget to ask for the air miles when I check in, or I remember to ask for them but the airline then manages not to record them. And now the narrator is presenting some of the reasons, that what are the reasons that yes, the narrator he travels a lot, he travels very frequently, but still he is not able to have all those benefits, he is not able to collect those air miles. So what are the reasons? So first of all, he is saying that this is because either the narrator he forget to ask for the air miles. So this is the very common reason behind this, that the narrator very easily he just forget to ask for the benefits, he forget to ask for the air miles when he check in the airport, or if he still is having the idea, if he remembers that he has to ask for the airline, and then manages not to record them, okay, and if he manages to ask for, then the airline manages not to record them, or the check-in clerk informs me that I am not entitled to them, okay. और अगर narrator को याद है और वो पूछ रहे हैं about his air miles, then the check-in clerk who is there on the desk, he informs the narrator that the narrator is not at all entitled to them. Entitled means able, okay. So that clerk who is there on the desk, he informs the narrator that he is not able, he is not entitled for those air miles, for those benefits. In January, on a flight to Australia, a flight for which I was going to get about a zillion air miles, the clerk shook her head when I presented my card and told me I was not entitled to any. And now the narrator, he is presenting one experience when the narrator, he was having this idea that yes, he has to ask for the air miles, and he actually asked for the air miles, but still he was not having those benefits, he was not getting those air miles. So he is presenting that experience. So he is saying that it was the January month and he was on a flight to Australia, and this was the flight for which the narrator, he was going to get about a zillion air miles, okay. So when he asked for the air miles, then the clerk who was there on the desk, so that clerk shook her head when the narrator, he presented his card, and then that clerk, she told the narrator that the narrator was not at all entitled, that the narrator is not at all able to have those air miles. And in that flight, the narrator was expecting that he would be able to have a zillion air miles, but the clerk who was there on the desk, she just said this thing that the narrator is not at all able, he is not at all entitled to have all those air miles. Why? Then obviously the narrator is very much shocked, and he asked this question that why, what is the problem? The ticket is in the name of B. Bryson and the card is in the name of W. Bryson. So this was a very technical problem, a technical issue is here. So that clerk, she informed the narrator that the reason that you are not at all entitled to have the benefits, you are not at all able to have all the air miles, is this, that the ticket that you are having, that ticket is in the name of B. Bryson, but the card that you presented for those air miles, that card is on the name of W. Bryson. So this is a technical error, because the name on the ticket and the name on the card, both the name, they do not match, okay. So this is the reason. I explained to her the close and vulnerable relationship between Bill and William, but she wouldn't have it. So the narrator is saying that the reason that why on the ticket it was B. Bryson and why on the card it was W. Bryson. So he is saying that he explained very hard, he tried to explain very hard to that clerk that between Bill and William, so B stands for Bill and W stands for William. So the narrator, he was explaining this thing that between Bill and William there is a very close and a vulnerable relationship. Vulnerable means respectful, it means Bill and William both are his name, okay. So his complete name is Bill William Bryson. So he was trying to explain this thing, but still the clerk, she wouldn't have it, she was not at all accepting this excuse, and she was not at all giving those air miles to the narrator. So I didn't get my air miles and I won't be flying to Bali first class just yet. So this time also the narrator was not at all able to have those air miles, and when he was not having those air miles, then obviously he won't be able to fly to Bali in first class, okay. Perhaps just as well, really, I could never go that long without eating, but the narrator, he is very much satisfied here that it's okay if he is not able to fly off to Bali, Bali. Why he is satisfied? Because he is saying that it's a very long journey to Bali, and he is not able to cover that journey without eating anything, right? Because the narrator, he is very much determined that in the flight he never ever eat anything, he never ever drink anything, but the journey to Bali, it's a very long journey. So how he will be able to cover that journey without eating and without drinking anything? And in case if he eats something, if he drinks something, then what will happen? We all know, okay? So the narrator वो भी जानते हैं, and obviously he just wanted to avoid all those disasters, all those catastrophe while traveling. So he is very much satisfied that it's okay if he is not having air miles, if he is not able to fly off to Bali in first class, then it's okay, he is satisfied, he is having no complaint here, okay? And why, we all can understand. Clear? So students, the chapter ends here. It's a very interesting chapter, and in a very funny and hilarious manner the narrator presented all his experiences during journeys, when he is there as a traveler, when he is there as a tourist, okay? So I am very much sure that you all enjoyed reading this chapter, and in the next video we will see the comprehension part, we will solve the questions. See you in the next video. Thank you.